How's it going, everyone? So obviously the AFL draft pick 2019 is upon us, and in this video I'll be predicting top 10 AFL draft picks. So here's the teams that had the top 10 draft picks. So the first two is Gold Coast because of the priority pick by the AFL, and yeah, so here's the top 10 draft picks. So in this video, as you can see in the title, I'll be predicting what team will they choose and what top 10. So let's get straight into it. So alright everyone, so let's start with the number one draft pick, and that's Matthew Rowe. I'm sure you've all heard about him. He's been talked about a lot, and he was the clear standout in 2019. So he's from Oakleys Chargers, positions inside mid. He weighs 78 kilograms, and his height is 180 centimeters. So obviously his height isn't his strong suit, but height doesn't really matter in the midfield, as we can see from Lachie Neale, who's also not that tall, but is definitely a star in the competition. And yeah, he looks like he'll be playing like him if he plays in the midfield, but he can also play in the wing. Let's just compare him with Walsh here. So in the under 18s championships, Rowe won 15.5 rating points, 25 disposals, and 12 contested possessions. Walsh averaged 16.2 rating points, 30 disposals, and 14 contested possessions. So obviously Walsh is superior in that. But in the NAB League, Rowe averaged 171 ranking points, 32 disposals, and 17 contested possessions, and Walsh averaged 158 ranking points, 32 disposals, and 13 contested possessions. So Rowe was superior in that also. So they're really even, and yeah, it will definitely be number one. As Gold Coast has talked about Matthew Rowe a lot, and he's also talked about Noah Anderson a lot, which I predict will be number two. So Noah Anderson is also from the Oakleys Chargers, plays inside mid, but can also play forward or defense. He's very versatile. Weighs 87 kilograms, and his height is 191 centimeters. He plays like Stephen Coniglio because he's able to be damaging in the scoreboard. So he played midfield predominantly, but he was able to average also 2 goals, which is sets him apart from the competition. Now number 3, we got Tom Green here. I reckon Melbourne will pick him because he's definitely a contested ball, and I don't think I want to miss out on him, as we see from Patrick Cripps, because he's very similar to Patrick Cripps. And yeah, he actually broke the record with 16. He averaged 16.2 contested possessions at the 2019 NAB AFL Under 18s Championships, which is the record. So yeah, he surpassed the world record, which was originally 13.7 contested possessions. So I reckon normally you normally people would say that he's number 2, but Gold Coast has talked about Noah Anderson, Matthew Rowe a lot. So I reckon Tom Green will be picked by Melbourne, and I reckon that should be a win. And yeah, he looks very similar to Patrick Cripps. Alright, so it's number 4 here, Luke Jackson. So people were saying, there's a bit of an argument about saying Luke Jackson because he's a ruckman, and they're saying that ruckmans don't usually go out of the top 10, but I reckon he'll be number 4. It's because we've seen what Brodie Grundy can do, and he played exactly like Brodie Grundy. So he's from East Fremantle, position is ruck, as I said. His size is 199 centimeters and 94 kilograms, and obviously plays a bit like Brodie Grundy. He was a standout ruckman from the 2019 draft class, ranking 4th at the 2019 NAB AFL Under 18 Championships for AFL Players Ratings, which is really good for a ruckman. And yeah, as we can see from Brodie Grundy, I don't think anyone will be messing around with this one. Number 5, we've got Hayden Young. I reckon Sydney will pick him. His club was the Dandenong Stingrays. His position is a medium defender. He averaged the most intercept possessions at the NAB AFL Under 18 Championship and the second most intercept marks. So obviously he's very good at being able to get those intercepts, and that's what Nick Haynes can do. And Sydney will be looking to just improve their defense boost and stuff like that. So yeah, his kicking efficiency was above average, and he could go early as pick 3, but I reckon he'll go pick 5. And yeah, number 6 we got Caleb Serong. His club was Gippsland Power. His position can be an inside mid or a small forward. His size is 178 centimeters, 83 kilograms, so obviously he's very short, a small, sneaky forward. Serong was the second highest rated player at the NAB AFL Under 18 Championships behind only Matthew Rowe. He won the 5th most disposals and applied the 3rd most pressure of any player from the carnival. So he can play also a bit like Devon Smith, and his pressure is really good. So I reckon Giants will be picking him, and he'll play a bit like Brett Daniels. And they've both got a lot of tall forwards, so yeah, I reckon they'll be looking forward to they'll be looking to add more small forwards to their forward line. Number 7, we got Sam Flanders. His club was the Gippsland Power. Positions inside mid and a forward. His size is 183 centimeters and 82 kilograms. He was primarily a forward, but he can also play midfield. He increased his NAB League disposal average from 16 to 22.4, and he was able to kick at least a goal per match. And his marking is really good, as we can see from the highlights. So yeah, I reckon he'll be number 7, and 3 will be looking to add another forward. as they don't have really like they got Rory Lobb, Brendan Cox, so they'll be looking to add another forward to the forward line in their young team. Number 8 for Melbourne is Lachlan Ash. His club was the Murray Bushrangers. Position is a medium defender. His size 187 centimeters, 83 kilograms. Ash had the most meters gained at the 2019 NAB AFL Under-18 Championships with 502 per match, which is really impressive. So people saying that he plays like a bit like Lachie Neale and can play wing midfield, and yeah, he's able to just run around, and he has a tank in him. He also ranks 2nd for uncontested possessions and 5th for score involvement. So obviously his kicking is very powerful, and he's a gut runner, so he's able to just move the ball forward and be able to, like, you know, if it just kick the ball perfectly to a forward inside 50. I don't think Melbourne will want to pass up him. Number 9 is Devon Robinson. He's from Perth, Western Australia. His position is inside mid, 184 centimeters, 81 kilograms. And he was the Western Australia's captain. He won the Lark Medal as the best performed player at the 2019 NAB AFL Under-18 Championship, and he also broke Sam Walsh's record for most disposals at the championships, recording 30 per match.
The reason why he's a number 9 and he's not really that high when he's getting high disposals is because his kicking efficiency hasn't been that great for all of his games. So if he can improve on that, he'll definitely be a top 5, top 3 draft pick. But because of his kicking efficiency, it makes him slide down the rankings. But I'm sure that he'll still be a star, and he just needs to work on it. And yeah.
And now for the final one, number 10, Freo will be picking Will Gold.
Will Gold's club is from Glenelg, South Australia. His position is defence, and he weighs 106 kilograms, and his height is 192 centimeters. So that makes him really big for a normal draft pick.
He's a very good intercepting defender. He rated elite for intercept possessions and above average for disposal and kicking efficiency. As I say, he's really big, so he's able to get those tackles, and he'll definitely make his opponent forwards definitely work. And it looks like that he'll be playing like Tom Stewart, so I reckon Freo will be wanting someone like that. So yeah, that's the top 10 draft pick I predict, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, because hopefully I get some of these right. I'm not expecting all 10 right. I'm expecting some, but yeah, hopefully you enjoy this video. Leave in the comments if there's anything I can improve, if it's my speech, maybe I'm not speaking properly or you can't hear me. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, love the support, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.